Hello and welcome back to my Back to Basics series. This is going to be part 2 about just topics that you should research. And again, this is focusing on getting back to those basics. So Dacha Alvin actually said a really good quote. It says that magic is an art using reality and the world as its canvas. Definitely one to kind of resonate with, since magic and that is all about intent. It's all about the intent that you put into there. Witchcraft in general is the art of using your focused intention to shape a reality and leaning into that work with magic. It really requires you, first and foremost, to learn about yourself. What are your core motivations? What are your goals? What is it that you are wishing to achieve with this? Now, again, topics to kind of research. So, research the different types of spells, highly focusing on protection. Research the history of witchcraft. Research different types of witches. If you are curious about familiars, research the familiars. I highly recommend researching the type of magic and the type of divination. There are many different ways. Some people will use a pendulum for divination. Some people, like myself, will use tarot for divination. Some people will use a crystal ball or a scrying ball. It just depends on what is most comfortable and natural to you. Make sure that you are researching talismans and sigils and symbols. If you are curious about any type of deity, make sure that you do the research on that deity. If you are somebody that's interested in the astral world, research astral projection, research your lucid dreams. If you are somebody like me, to where I'm a water element, elements and elementals are something that I practice with daily. So research the elements. Which one is accustomed to what? What do you need each elements for? Fire is not always going to work for every type of intention or spell that you're going to do. Sometimes you may need earth or air or water, either in conjunction with or apart with. It depends on what your intention is. What are you hoping to achieve? Make sure that you are researching meditation and grounding. Those would be on my top things to research, is how to ground yourself. How is it effective for you? Which ways can you meditate? Are you somebody that needs a guided meditation? There is no shame in that. Or are you somebody that can just go outside and sit, simply close your eyes and listen to that meditation, or just listen to nature and meditate to clear your mind? Personally, I have a very hard time clearing my mind. There's a lot going on. So for me, a guided meditation really helps so I can focus on what I'm doing. Make sure if you are doing with any herb or crystal work, make sure, please, 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 you research the herbs and you research the crystals. There are some that are toxic, either when coming in contact or when ingested or even when you're burning. So please make sure you are researching all of your herbs and all of your crystals. I know I mentioned it in part 1. Crystals can be very finicky. Fluorite will not do good with water, even a little bit. You cannot get fluorite wet. Whereas something like an amethyst, that can get wet. You can submerge that. Stuff like quartz. Quartz can be submerged in water. It's completely fine. So, but others, like fluorite, can get toxic when they are succumb to water. So just make sure that you are researching that kind of on the basis of herbs. If you have plants, make sure. I have a ton of plants everywhere in my house. They are generally pet safe. I have a dog now and a cat. So everything that I have that could potentially upset their stomach or be toxic to them is up high in another room on a shelf to where they have no access to them. If you are somebody that needs an altar to set up with, altars come in so many different things. It's depending on how what feels comfortable to you. Apologies, this video is going a lot longer than I expected, but if you're still here, yay, thanks for sticking through it. If you are somebody that deals with the moon and that lunar energy like I am, research your moon phases. The famous Karate Kid, wax on and wax off. You can coordinate that with the waning move and the waxing moons. And lastly, just kind of to shorten this a little bit, make sure you research energy. If you are somebody, whether it's Reiki or just in general, you want to get involved with energy work, make sure you are researching energy and what that all can do. But yeah, this is part 2 of typical things to research. I will try and put a list at the end of this just so you guys can have that. Blessed be.